All right, everyone. I want to welcome you to another week of Sports Fan Talk on GLX Sports. I'm your humble host, Big G.
Raider Mike.
All right, it's your boy, the Young Architect.
Yes, everybody. We got a little rogue show going on right about now. We got Mike getting through handling this business, you know what I mean? And me, as y'all can see, I'm in the hotel room. Young Zozo had a little tournament out here in Reno, so I'm out here. And then Young Jeezy, steady Young G got his pulse on the show, you know what I mean, making it happen for us all, you know?
Yes.
Yes. We got nice little things to talk about today, gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? Nice little array of topics. And let's see. Let's start off light. I think light. You know what I mean? We'll go in on first question. Is Luka baby bird yet? You know what I mean? That's the talk going on in the sports world now. It's like Larry Bird light. You know what I mean? Luka, well, he's 22 years old, right?
22, 23.
He only been in the league, what, about 3-4 years?
Something like that. But he been playing pro since, you know what I'm saying, he's about 14. I'm saying.
Yeah, I know that. That's Europe, man. That's not NBA ball, man. You know what I'm saying? That's European ball. But let me run something down for you. You know, for people your age, G, who never got to see Larry Legend play live. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, bad Larry.
3-time NBA champion with the Celtics, 2 times final MVP, 3-time league MVP, 12-time NBA All-Star, 9-time All-NBA first team. And get this, a lot of people talk about this, but Larry Bird was also 3-time All-Defensive team, second team. So, he's not a lightweight. And then on top of that, in his era, the brothers was strong in the league, man. I mean, they still are now, but you had back then you were able to damn near punch somebody and not get kicked out of a game. Matter of fact, you could punch somebody and not get kicked out. Matter of fact, Larry, I forget, somebody went to the jaw on Larry. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was Philadelphia. Remember Philadelphia? Wasn't it Julius Erving on one of them games in the 80s?
That's what I'm saying. Like, Larry was a tough dude, man. He was the dude that my generation, a lot of us, cats just hated him because he was so good, man. You know what I'm saying? And there was a lot of tension racially back then, white, black, all that type of stuff. But Larry never came off on no racial, bull crap. I will give him that. Never heard anything bad about him saying anything bad about black people. So I will give him that. Not that Luka has, I'm just saying, as a matter of fact. But with that being said, as far as me, Luka got a long way to go. I would never mention him and Larry Bird in the same sentence, man. Not now. I think Luka's tough. He's doing it, man. I mean, unanimous first team all rookie of the year. You know what I mean? First team all NBA, all that. I mean, he's on his way, but you got to do it for a while. You know what I mean? What do you think, young architect? What you think about it, man? You a young dude. You a big Luka dude.
All right, so here's my thing about Luka. I see the baby bird comparisons due so to his pace of play, how he gets the ball to his teammates and whatnot. But realistically, I liken his game a little bit more to LeBron, to where he's more of a pass first guy. He wants to get his teammates open because I think he's one of those guys who goes off, who, as much as his teammates drive off of his energy, he drives off of theirs. Now, one thing about Luka, he came into the league, his rookie year, he averaged 21, 8 and 6, and then he's only improved, going further, especially after being moved to the point guard position. Now, all but his rookie year, he's been 3-time All-NBA, 3-time All-Star, and he also won Rookie of the Year. Now, as far as him being compared to Bird, I think it's a little too early. I think it's a bit premature, especially after watching this last performance on the closeout game that against the Warriors.
He ain't ready.
we saw more than on more than one occasion that, you know what I'm saying, he just didn't play defense at all. Now, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, we see on the court Luka being frustrated, him like, you know, his shots not falling, his teammates not necessarily doing their job. But at the same time, as a leader, and this is what I've only ever heard about Larry, that Larry had that dog in him, you know what I'm saying? And quite frankly, you know what I'm saying, it looks like Luka, although when he's winning, you know what I'm saying, he looks like he got that dog and all that. But when he's faced with some adversity, against a really good team, not saying that the Suns weren't a good team, because what he did coming back and beating the number one seed was amazing, but playing against a championship caliber team in the Warriors, who have been there before, and knowing that they know what they got to do to get back to, on top. It just goes to show you that Luka right there mentally he's not championship ready yet mentally. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a little too early. Obviously, he has the nickname Luka Legend and all that, but he it's a little too early to be comparing him to Larry Bird, man.
Too early, way too early. I think we lost Raider Mike, man.
No, you didn't. I'm still here.
Oh, okay. Your screen is just frozen. Okay. What you think about it, man?
Well, I don't think it's too early, but I don't think he's there yet.
What?
After I'm watching this Warriors series, but man, the man is talented. I didn't think he was that good until I started watching him, in this Warriors series, and I've been watching him since he's a rookie. But he's improved every year. He's improved on his three-point shooting. He's improved on everything except for his defense. That's where he's not next to Larry Bird yet. Because Larry Bird wasn't the greatest defender, but he played with effort. And he did play, on defense. Luka hasn't really, he hasn't really showed me that he can do that yet. But scoring-wise, he's there. Scoring-wise, he got the repertoire. You know what I'm saying? He's a size, power. That's a big point guard. That he can push any little point guard around. But
so in LeBron's third season, he was just as good as Jordan then, right?
LeBron
was just
Let me pull up the stats though. Hold on, let me pull up the stats for you.
Let's look some facts. Jordan, I'm gonna tell you what, LeBron, and I'm not even gonna lie. You gotta kind of say he was close. Jordan was great, but the first couple of seasons, LeBron, if you compare LeBron and Jordan, wasn't LeBron's numbers pretty good too?
LeBron's third season, he averaged 31 and a half, 7 and 7 in his third season.
I'm just saying, you're spitting out, both of you guys are spitting out numbers. I'm like, so what does that mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
that's what they talk about though. That's what they talk about.
They talking about the numbers. They're not talking about nothing. They ain't talking about nothing but numbers.
They're not talking about numbers only, because numbers only, LeBron blew out Jordan by that time, and Luka's blowing out Bird at this time. If you're just doing numbers, right. So it's not even. I'm talking about overall impact in the league.
But remember, it's two different eras.
I think so too, though. I wholeheartedly believe that Luka can be that.
Yeah, he can.
He's not that yet.
Larry Bird. Did Larry Bird win the title his second year?
Wasn't Larry Bird on the Celtics with a bunch of good players?
Yeah, Larry Bird was on a loaded team, Greg. You know
that now, Pop.
What I'm saying.
He was on a loaded team, Greg.
Every championship team is loaded.
They had Robert. He had the Chief. He had McHale. He had Dennis Johnson. He had a loaded team too. Come on, man.
Hey, not to cut y'all off, man, but shit. This Eastern Conference title, it's 98-96. 30 seconds left. Shit, Boston got the ball in the lead by 2.
That's what I'm saying, man. Hey.
Well, now they come to the Warriors, huh?
The Heat got the ball with a chance to win, man, or tie. Oh, it's a wrap. Oh, Jimmy Buckets just missed a 3. Yeah, he had a clean look too. Missed it. Sorry, y'all. That was a commercial break. But go ahead, finish your point, Mike. Do your thing.
Well, man. Like I said, he ain't there yet, Greg. But man, the numbers. he's gotten better each year, averaging the scoring average. I wasn't impressed on him until I saw him against Phoenix. He was tearing Phoenix up, patching Phoenix ass. You know, he didn't do that against the Warriors. The Warriors kind of pretty much neutralized him, and that's why he came back down to being a human being. You know what I'm saying? He's like a super, like he was like a superhero for a minute. The Warriors grounded is, you know, the Warriors that say we're gonna shut down this ground attack. The Warriors shut that down. They neutralized. You know, I'm going through this tunnel.
All my years watching sports, I've never saw Michael Jordan shrink in any moment. I never saw Larry Bird shrink in a moment. I've seen Luka and LeBron both shrink in moments. That's why I think you can't compare those dudes, man.
I'm gonna tell you why.
The circumstances are different. Look at the teams, though.
I know, but like it or not, Greg, at the end of LeBron's career, I'm just saying, LeBron may go down as the greatest player in NBA. I'm just trying to tell you, with the numbers, how long he played good, all the teams he took to these championships. Come on. I mean, I'm not a LeBron fan. I mean, I like he's on my Lakers, but the numbers don't lie. I mean, look at everything LeBron has accomplished.
Well, I don't want to steer the conversation to LeBron. I was trying to make a point. And
okay. I know about Luka. I said he's close, but he's almost there. He's knocking on Larry Bird's door right now, waiting for Larry to open it up. That's all I got to
say. Yeah. Let's see, though. Let's just see. You know what I mean? He's on his way, and I would give him that, and he's good. But that shit against the Warriors with him quitting and not going back on defense and
he's young.
Shit. Larry Bird was young. He won the MVP his second year.
But he wasn't the leader of his team.
Who?
Larry.
Are you sick?
His first championship? There's no way.
Who's the leader?
You had so many other veteran so much more veteran presence, though.
Who was the leader? Because you weren't even alive then, brother.
You're right. I wasn't. You got players like he just listed Kevin McHale. Kevin McHale was a leader on the team.
No, I said who was the leader?
Their coach.
It was Larry Bird.
It was Larry Bird.
There was Larry Bird. We know that.
Okay. I'll take that. that.
You gotta take that, G.
But I'm still standing on my argument that the teams are totally different.
You're still swimming in my nutsack.
I don't even know if I was doing that, man.
Yeah, you might not even been produced yet, boy.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit.
Greg, he wasn't even in the process yet.
No, you know what I mean? Like, shit.
Boy, you wasn't even baking yet, boy. I'm talking about boy. Shoot. All right, man. So we agree that he's on his way. I just don't want to, you know what I mean? Like Denny Green said, I don't want to crown him yet, man. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't no need to crown him yet. Shit,
I said, he ain't gonna get no crown yet.
Oh, Celtics and the Warriors. Yes. All right, well, let's move it right along, Mike. We're gonna move it to a topic that I know you should enjoy. I think, you know what I mean? The Lakers they got a new coach, my brother. You got a new coach out there.
I know Darvin Ham, huh? Old Darvin smoked ham. Huh?
What you think about old Darvin?
I think it was a good hire, but I think it's a good hire. I remember when he played, he was most of a defensive specialist. As far as I remember when Darvin Ham played for the Milwaukee Bucks, and I forget who else he played for. But I think it's a good hire. Just as long as he's a leader of men and long as he can handle LeBron James.
I think he will.
If he can handle LeBron James and get our team back to where we need to be defensively. Offensively, I'm not worried about it. We need to get back to defensively like the top five, or in the top five in defense. We have to. That's going to generate offense for the Lakers. But I all in all, I think it's a good hire. I thought we would hire I don't know why nobody hired not Lamar Jackson, but Mark Jackson.
I don't think he want to be a coach, to be honest.
He may not want to be, but I think he would have been the coach that can handle LeBron. I think Darvin Ham, I think he can handle LeBron. So, that's what we need. I like the hire. I endorse that hire. Yeah. I think it's a good hire, Gregory.
Get Mike on that pose, huh? That mouth.
Hear me?
Yeah, we heard you.
You going in
I
and
went
out,
out.
pausing. You're pausing.
Go out. Oh, well, I think Darwin Ham was a good hire.
Okay. Well, I would say it's a good hire too. He reminds me a lot of Ime Udoka, the Celtics coach. They got a similar resume. Darvin, he's well respected as far as assistant coach in the league. He interviewed a few times for a few different teams, and he always interviewed well. And teams seemed to like him. They knew he was going to be a coach on the rise at some point. He he was an assistant with the Lakers. He coached Kobe. Gasol, Dwight Howard. He worked with them. Then he's an assistant with the Hawks with Budenholzer. Budenholzer took him over to Milwaukee.
Okay.
He's an assistant there. So he's worked with superstars. He's been part of championship staffs. So, he got a resume. You got to respect it. And the fact that he was a hard-nosed player. He's always known as the dirty work guy. Played a good defense, rebounder. So he's a respected person in the league. So the thing for him, I just think with the Lakers organization now is starting to remind me a little bit of my dysfunctional Cowboys organization, where it's just like, what's her name? Jeannie Buss, got Phil Jackson and Kurt Rambis and Kurt Rambis' wife all up in the mix. It's just like, man,
all up in the videos.
You know what I mean? All up in the videos, dancing. You know what I'm saying? It's like they need to stabilize that. And I think, to you guys' point, I think that's why Mark Jackson's not there probably. Because, I think he don't want to deal with any of that type of stuff. And they know that he don't want to deal with that type of stuff. So I think maybe it just wasn't a good fit. But hopefully Darvin Ham gets to do what he wants to do. You know what I mean? And even LeBron, hopefully LeBron, his hands ain't in it too much. Like Ty Lue. I love that little clip when Ty Lue told him to shut the hell up. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, let me coach the team.
That ain't what he said. That ain't what he said, Gregory. You know what he said, though.
Yeah, he said something a little tougher. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like, hopefully Darvin Ham has that type of ability to be able to coach the team, man. You know what I mean? For their sake. But really, as a Warriors fan, I don't care. But,
I know you don't care. Jenny Buss and them got their hands in the cookie jar, got their hands on all the cookies. Yeah. They don't want to share.
Yeah, exactly. Young architect. What do you think about it, man?
I think it's a good hire, man. I think Darvin Ham, his aura reminds me of a Tyronn Lue. You know what I'm saying? And the report already came out that basically the Lakers assured him that Kurt Rambis and them weren't going to have really much close to any say-so as far as him building his coaching staff and how he coaches the team, unlike how they were with Frank Vogel. And I think that's what led Darvin Ham to, them hiring Darvin Ham and Darvin Ham accepting that job. Because I feel like if the Lakers wouldn't have reassured him that he wasn't able to have control, he would have been able to go. He would have went somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking that he was going to end up in Charlotte, to be honest. Be their next head coach. All in all, I think this is a good hire for the Lakers. Darvin Ham, he's a good hard-nosed guy. He knows how to control the room. I mean, you see a lot of the Celtics players came out. They respect them. I mean, not the Celtics, the Bucks. The players, they came out, said them. I mean, and then, you also got LeBron coming out saying, congratulations, coach. And, I'm saying he's ready. Obviously, LeBron's ready for next year and whatnot. But I think this will be a solid thing for the Lakers. The only thing I think the Lakers really need to, or at least Darvin needs to really look into is his roster and where he looks to improve, whether he thinks he can win with Russell Westbrook or not. I think that's going to be a big factor because I don't know exactly. Obviously, they're trying to throw everything on Frank Vogel and Russell Westbrook, but maybe Darvin Ham could unlock something in Russell Westbrook that Frank Vogel couldn't. Maybe he'll command the room a little bit more. Maybe he'll have Russell Westbrook looking like, somewhat of himself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Outside of what we saw over the last season. I could, hopefully, like I said, hopefully this all works out for Darvin. I would hate for him to walk into the situation and it's a repeat of Frank Vogel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey,
Yep.
did I get that series right?
What's that?
I picked Boston. Me and Raider Lady 19, we both picked Boston. I'm sure.
I definitely picked the Heat.
Yeah. Y'all got that. You know what I'm saying? Give you some kudos for that. Celtics and Warriors. It's gonna be a nice little series, man. Speaking of that, you know what I mean? You hold on, it's 50-50. It's 50-50. Like, I believe that can happen. But
I was like, man, like I told you.
But hold on, since you jumped the gun to that, we're gonna let you lead it off because that was one of the topics tonight. We was gonna talk about Eastern and Western Conference Finals, and we're gonna talk about that and then talk about the championship, matchup. Since you jumped the gun on it, once you start off with it.
All right. Well, I'm like I said about the Golden State Warriors. Like I said, I recognize greatness, and I'm not gonna sit up here in front and be no hater. Because I know another Laker fan at my job, he hating on the Warriors so bad. I mean, he makes every excuse. I said, man, would you just give him damn credit? Give some damn credit and recognize greatness when you see it. And I do recognize that the Warriors is fully loaded. I didn't expect them to be in the championship this year. I expected it to be next year. I thought they was going to get bumped out by Phoenix, but Phoenix didn't make it. So, I expected them not to make it. So, Warriors is a matchup nightmare for anybody they play. Boston, they're playing Boston, so I just like the Warriors half court game. Warriors had the best half court game in basketball. I'm sorry. They move without the basketball. They get easy shots. They get easy layups. And this series that they just played in, man, they had so many easy layups and easy dunks. You know how they got that, Gregory? By moving the damn basketball. Moving without, that's what led to all them open threes and everything. But, I'm impressed with the Warriors. I'm going to pick like I said, I got the Warriors winning. Now got the East Conference. That went, let's say, it went too much back and forth between Miami and Boston. When you look like Boston had a grip on the series, then they lost the game. Then it looked like Miami had a grip on the series, and then Boston came back and snatched the jaws of victory away from them like they just did today. Neither one of those teams, Gregory, can snatch the jaws of victory away from the Warriors today. The Warriors with scores all over the damn play. See, they're not going to be able to play with the Warriors like that. They're going to have to. And I don't think they can beat the Warriors in game series. And, that's my take on it. You know what I'm saying? I got to give your team credit, Gregory, even though I don't want to. But I have to give you and your team the credit where credit is due, even though, hey,
yes.
Like I said, y'all got that. In a 7-game series, I got to take the Warriors 4 games to 2. I'm gonna call it right now. That's what I'm taking.
Okay, I like that. I'm not gonna say I disagree. Architect. What do you think, man? Eastern and Western Conference, and then the championship.
Well, the Eastern Conference, I definitely before all these injuries happened, I really thought the Heat were going to take it, but I didn't. But saying that the Celtics had the number 1 defense coming in, they've had the number 1 defense in the playoffs. I mean, they shut down Kevin Durant. They slowed down Giannis enough to keep him from doing what he was doing. But I just thought these two teams, they're so embedded in, like, well, especially in Miami, their offense is based off of how well they play defense. But what I didn't expect was Jimmy Butler not showing up for 3 games. You know what I'm saying? I think that was a big factor. And Miami kind of loosening up the chains, I guess, and just kind of letting Boston come over and take over a little bit. And in game 7, it was a little bit more of the same thing. Miami started out slow, but they started to pick up the pace. And I really thought Miami was going to make that comeback. And I thought Miami was going, go ahead and pull this through and take their way to the finals. But, you know what I'm saying? You can never count out that boy, Jason Tatum. He even came out tonight wearing that Kobe armband. And we all know how much he loves Kobe. You know what I'm saying? I think, in his eyes, you know what I'm saying, he needs that championship to kind of, I think in his head he's trying to get this championship for Kobe in a sense, even though he's playing for Boston. You know what I mean? Shit, you look at it, Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown, and Jason Tatum all had 24-plus points. That's what you look for in your team. And then you look to Miami, you know what I'm saying? Jimmy Butler, 35. Bam Adebayo, he did his thing with 25. And Kyle Lowry, he played terrible. He had 15 points, don't get me wrong, but shooting 4-12, starting off the game 0 for 5, that's not going to cut it. You know what I'm saying? They played Tyler Hero a little bit, but he was still banged up, so I didn't expect much from him. And even Victor Oladipo, he played terrible as well. The man had 9 points. You know what I'm saying? Miami as a team, they just didn't show up. But going forward, playing against the Warriors in the finals. And, a lot of people might not like to hear this, but in recent years, out of the last 8 years, the Warriors have made the finals their second home. You know what I'm saying? This is not something that we're not used to. You know what I'm saying? We like the big stage. We like that. And especially I feel like there's a newfound hunger, you know what I'm saying, within our team, even within our veterans, our core guys saying that we want this championship. 2 years of not making the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Losing in the play-in, all these injuries. The storylines go through the roof. There's a storyline for almost every player on the Warriors. You know what I'm saying? Stephen Curry needs that Finals MVP. Draymond, he's trying to show that he can still help lead a team to the finals. Klay Thompson, 2 years of back-to-back horrific injuries. Andrew Wiggins not living up, quote unquote, to the number one. Jordan Poole developing into what the list goes on and on and on. But I think this is going to be a hard-fought battle because Boston is one of the few teams that no matter what, for whatever reason, they always give the Warriors trouble. You know what I'm saying? But I'll still take the Dubs in 6, man, because one, that championship caliber, that hunger that everybody on the teams looks to have, you know what I'm saying? And on top of that, I think it's going to help our young guys being in that spotlight, seeing that they've been in that spotlight. And I'm looking at Jordan Poole, Andrew Wiggins, even Kuminga and Moody. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking to them to say kind of be more of a spark because obviously our leaders, our veterans, they've been there. We've been there multiple times, you know what I'm saying? But I think it's going to be like how when we won our first championship, our bench depth, our bench help, everything like that, especially with the emergence of Kevon Looney. I think that's going to be a major factor in us defeating Boston in 6 games.
Okay. I like that. You know what I mean? I must agree with both of you. I like the Warriors. I like the Warriors in 6 also, maybe 7, but I will say in 6. But I agree with you, Architect. The Celtics, as a Warriors fan, I know the Celtics have been giving us fits for a few years now. Mm-hmm. Like I don't even have to go back and look at the records.
This is before they had Jason Tatum too.
Yeah, even it was who was the previous coach? He's now
Brad
like
Stevens. Brad Stevens.
Brad Stevens. Ever since Brad Stevens, when he became the coach, they started giving us fits, man. Mm-hmm. So even when we won championship runs, so it's not going to be easy. It's going to be hard fought. Mm-hmm. But to me, this is all about Steph, man. Steph, this is your chance to cement yourself and put yourself in the pantheon of great players because everyone is saying like, okay, he's great, but he comes up small in the big games. And for me, I'm like, okay, Steph, everybody says he's the greatest shooter in NBA history, right? And that's all a lot of his regular season. Like if you look at his scoring averages, his scoring averages are good in the playoffs and all that stuff. Even you look at the championship, they're okay. But where is his moment? Steph does not have a moment, man, in the championship runs. He doesn't have that moment where you look back as iconic Steph Curry for 10 threes in a quarter in a finals type of thing. He needs that. This will cement him as far as one of the greatest, and it'll give him that moment. You know what I mean? Everybody remembers freaking Magic playing all 5 positions when he was a rookie. You know what I'm saying? And winning the title. Everybody remembers freaking Mike, the pose against the Jazz. You know what I'm saying? You know, they all have moments. Steph needs a moment. And I'm looking forward to it. I think he's going to do it. He's going to have his moment. And he, for his sake, he better hope Clay don't steal it from him. Because I think Clay is like, he's on a mission. So Clay might have one of them, me and Tone, we call it dumb moments. Like Clay would just go dumb for 29 and a quarter. You know what I mean? Like, who does that? Who scores 29 and a quarter, man? You know what I mean? Clay is
he scored 37 in that quarter against Oklahoma.
He's capable of doing that. And that's why I'm saying, like, Steph better hope Clay don't outshine him and steal this MVP. You know, and the Celtics will be there. They got interchangeable parts on the perimeter. They can guard across the board. But, you know, we got everything.
Smart better watch out.
You know, the only big in this series is Horford, really. The only significant big.
And you see what he did to Bam? Shit.
So, you know, Horford, you know, we can get with old man Horford, man. You know what I mean? So I like the Warriors. I like the Warriors in 6. I think we're gonna do this. You know.
See, you said you think Steph, needs to show up big. I don't think. I think in the back of everybody else's mind, that's what they're saying. But I don't think. I think in Steph's head, I don't think he really needs to solidify anything else. I mean, he's got the 3 rings. He's got the 2 MVPs. You know what I'm saying? He's got the score. He's got scoring championships. You know what I'm saying? Shit. I think and he's NBA 75th anniversary. I think this will be the cherry on top. I don't necessarily think he's chasing it per se. I think he's more so chasing the ring. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, Finals MVP, but I don't think he needs it.
From an athlete's point of view, he needs it. You know, as far as overall, he does not need it to say he's great. He's going to be one of the top 75. You know what I'm saying? But as an athlete, if you're reaching for greatness, you're reaching for greatness. You're supposed to.
I think if he gets this, he'll. I would put him in the top 10 if he gets Finals MVP. I would have I don't think there would be more of an argument to keep him out of the top 10.
That's what I'm talking about, G. That's the conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying he needs it to be considered great because he's already considered great. You know, but he's on the cusp of being a top 10 player of all time. And if he wants to get that, he needs this, and he needs to show up, and as they say, show out. If he wants to be up there, you know, Steph Curry, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Michael Jordan, LeBron James, you know, if you want to be up there, you know, he got to get this. And I think he's going to, you know what I mean, personally.
I think he is too.
You see, they gave him. I don't know, man. I don't know if he should have got that Western Conference Finals MVP, man. I think they should have gave it to old Loon Dog. Man, Looney was over there showing out in that thing, man.
Looney was the heart and soul, though.
Looney was over there snatching all the boards, man. You gotta give my man some credit.
I be calling Looney Be Legit. He looking like Be Legit.
I know he do look like Be Legit though. But the heart and soul of the Golden State Warriors, and it always will be, is Draymond Green. I'm sorry.
Yep.
That's the man right there. That's the man right there. I got to give him his credit. He make the Warriors go.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, indeed.
He put the go in the Warriors. That's the bottom line.
Very true. Very true. We all agree on that, and that's a good question, man. We're going to keep this show rolling, y'all. Next up, another topic for especially you two. You know what I mean? Cap, you got to work out with the Raiders, man. Is that like is that some phony baloney? Or is that the real deal Holyfield? You know what I mean? What's the deal?
Let me snatch on that one. But you know what I told you how I feel.
Look,
that man jumped in that like he saw a Halle Berry in the corner and wanted to holler at her first. Look, right in tune with his microphone going out. Must be in the dead area driving. So architect, I'll let you go first. We can't hear Mike.
You know, let's see. I was surprised when I heard Mark Davis say he gave permission to his staff to, bring Kaepernick in, whether that be for a workout or sign him. Now, it was more so when he said that, it was like shades of his father, Al, because and I say this, I think Al Davis. I think he would have signed Colin Kaepernick with the quickness. You know what I'm saying? Just because of who he is.
100%.
He's always been against the NFL. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Sued the NFL, won. Sued him twice, if I'm not mistaken. Didn't he sue him for $1 or some shit? Like, you know what I'm saying? Just on some petty stuff, or he had to pay him $1 or something like that. I don't know, but
he got like a dollar judgment.
Yeah. So
like
my thing is this, man. I think will they bring him in? I don't think so because they've already brought in what's that boy, Jarrett Stidham, who they really liked from when their time with the Patriots.
Yeah.
Because if you bring in Colin Kaepernick, he's gonna be your number 2. You know what I'm saying? You can't expect him to come be your number 3.
No, he's not gonna be a 3. No.
Team, like no. Colin Kaepernick's gonna be your number 2 if you sign him. Now, regardless. Yeah. Now, one thing I will say this: if they bring in Colin Kaepernick, jersey sales are gonna go through the roof. You know what I'm saying?
If they sign him.
Yeah, if they sign him, if they were to sign him, jersey sales, you probably see more number 7 jerseys than you would see Derek Carr jerseys in the damn stands. You know what I'm saying?
Truth be told.
But I will say, I'm glad that Colin Kaepernick got this opportunity. I don't think the Raiders are going to actually sign him though. You know what I'm saying? I think, regardless of how his workout went, I don't think they were going to sign him, but I am glad that we were the team to actually give him an opportunity, not just sit down and have a conversation with him, actually see him throw the ball. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, I'm with you on that. My whole thing with that is I'm not going to say
he's been out of the game for six years?
Yeah, realistically, for me personally, I just don't think he'll ever play in the NFL again. You know what I'm saying? I think he's been gone too long. And quite frankly, I think he knows he's never going to play in the NFL again. You know what I mean? Like, he knows this is a circus. I mean, look, how are you going to actually play for someone you sued and won a judgment against? What incentive do they have to, let you back in their league? I just don't see it. And I don't believe anyone can play any professional sport after being gone for that long and come back and be successful at it.
No one's ever done it?
No, never. No, never, man. He's been out of the league, what, 5 years? Or is it? It's 5 or is it
5 or 6? Hasn't played since 2016.
That's what I'm saying. Hasn't played since 2016. Was cut 2017. You know what I mean? So, and he's 34, which is not old for a quarterback. And you have to realize, last time he played was 2016, right? Defenses every 2 to 3 years, they change. You know what I mean? They get more advanced. So those same defenses he was looking at the same defenses he was looking at, deciphering and figuring out, and it's not the same anymore. It's different. So the league has advanced more, and his skills, how could they get better if he's not playing? They have to erode, right? You know what I mean? Like, his game was his athleticism. And who becomes more of an athlete at 34 than they were at 29? You know what
Wrestlers.
I mean? I was about to say, besides LeBron, he's a freak, so we won't count him. But who does that? I don't think, and I pull for the guy. I think at this point he should just be a humanitarian, represent for righteous causes, things of that sort. Because the NFL, why does he want to play? Why do you even want to play in the league? You know what I mean? Like, we both know that we can go get into the whole.
I think he sees that, like, there are quarterbacks in the league who are terrible. I think that's what he sees. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
You know what I'm saying? He's like, if they're this fucking bad, there's no way that I shouldn't have a job. And look, and I mean this in no disrespectful way, but there's one name for sure. Cam Newton. Like Cam Newton, we know he's past his prime. He had his run. But if you look at it, Cam Newton got a starting job with the Pats. Granted, before he got COVID, the Pats were doing pretty well. But then you look at it, he goes to Carolina. You know what I'm saying? He's more like, you know what I'm saying? He's more of the bottom tier when it comes to quarterbacks. Maybe it wasn't the right situation or whatever they want to call it. But that's one of the bigger names who got another opportunity. You know what I'm saying? And like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, and then you look at there's a few teams. You look at Seattle, who needs a quarterback. You know what I'm saying? You need to tell me Drew Lock is better than Colin Kaepernick. Look at Detroit. Granted, Jared Goff isn't bad, but Jared Goff, I mean, he's not.
This is the thing. You're broadening the whole I won't say argument, but you're broadening reality. The reality is only one team brought him in for a serious workout.
Exactly.
The Raiders. And I don't think the Raiders really truly plan on signing him. Like he said, they have Stidham. Stidham knows the offense. I don't know if McDaniels, you know what I mean? I don't know about you guys, do coach. I'm gonna have to see how he is. This is his second run.
I don't know either. All these things, I just remember he sucked on the Broncos. That's about it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and he looks to have some Kiffin / privileged.
I fucking hope not. If he has any Kiffin in him, I'll let him go now.
I mean, from his first stint with the Broncos, that's the impression I got. Maybe this second time around the Raiders, it could be different. But he just doesn't seem like Kaepernick maybe his cup of tea. I don't know, but
I really wonder how that goes. Then that questions me how I wonder how he got along with Cam, because Cam's a big ass personality.
Yeah, and they were similar styles.
Yeah, they seem cool. Like, you know, Cam had nothing but good things to say about Josh McDaniels.
So I mean,
maybe, but
I don't think they're gonna bring him in for real.
Yeah, like I said, I don't think they would have traded for Stidham. I don't think they would have traded for Stidham. You know, they wanted somebody who knows the system. Exactly. And even, obviously they grabbed Nick Mullins, and Nick Mullins ain't no like, you know, hankering down solid number 2 spot. And I don't think neither is Jarrett Stidham, but I mean, shit. I think they'd rather go with them than Cap, to be honest.
So bottom line, do you think they brought him in to really bring him as a player?
I think they wanted. I think they really
just brought him in like publicity stunt.
No, I think they honestly wanted to bring him in to see where he was at. But
okay, but take this into effect. You know that Spike Lee.
He's doing a documentary. Yeah, he's doing a documentary, and he flew out to ask Mark Davis. I know all that. Yeah, no, I know all that.
You don't think that plays into it?
Yeah, probably. But I still think at the end of the day, I mean, regardless of whether you gave him a workout or whether, you know, the documentary and all that, I think wholeheartedly, because Mark Davis said, I would give my staff permission to sign him. I think that's what it is. I think that's what it was. I think obviously they wanted to see, you know, obviously we want to see if you can still move, see if you can still throw. And now that he's somewhat, I'm sure he has that on tape, him throwing the actual, you know, in an NFL, whatever, blah, blah, blah. You know, that might help him out. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you put in a little something for the Raiders for them to go out and be like, well, Colin Kaepernick actually, you know what I'm saying? Maybe something later on down the line.
Could be. You know, I'm interested to hear Raider Mike's little point of view on this, bro.
Yeah, like I said, went out on recess. Went out on recess for a few minutes.
Man, we heard you. My question to you is, do you think that this is a farce that the Raiders bringing in Kaepernick, or you think it's the real deal, my brother?
I think it's the real deal because we don't have any good backup quarterbacks that I could say that if Derek Carr goes down in a game, we're done. Stidham or whatever, I don't believe in him. Nick Mullins, don't believe in him. I still think Colin Kaepernick still got that laser arm. He can still run. From the videos that I've seen of him workouts, he could be better than both of those quarterbacks, but we need to give him a fair shake at getting the job or getting a backup job, as you know, he needs to come to training camp, one. and he needs to play in the preseason before, and then we'll see where he's at. We can't see where he's at just throwing no damn ball. That old workout stuff is a bunch of BS that Seattle or whoever else gave him one. That's just like, okay, we just brought him in. It's just like the Rooney Rule almost. You know what I'm saying? That man been in the league and won games, got his team to the Super Bowl, got the 49ers a play away from winning the Super Bowl. And you mean to tell me that he can't play? What has Stidham done? Nothing. What has Nick Mullen done? Nothing. Kaepernick has cemented himself as he is validating himself as why he should get the job, even if it's been 5 years. But look how he looked for not playing for 5 years. It wasn't by choice. That was by controversy. It was by being blackballed from number one by the NFL. They ain't gonna come out and say it. They gave him an unclosed $20 million. That's not enough money to shut me up and say, I'm gonna go away. Y'all don't have to worry about me, master. Y'all done paid me a little bit, master. I'm gonna go away, master. You know, I ain't gonna be no problem. No.
Okay, yes, sir, boss. Yes, sir.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, Greg. I just think that he's the real deal. You know, they can't beat him behind the shed like they really want to, but they can't do that. You know, he probably beat them. Yeah, that's not a little man. That's a big man. And like I said, I got a lot of respect for him. I mean, he's a role model he's a role model to the whole NFL. He should be, because he gave.
Okay, I mean, I like that. See, I knew you was gonna give a different point of view on this, like than me, an architect. You know what I mean? I know you really like Cap, so
no, I really do, because it's just that it's unfortunate that happened, and then you know, and then they was making up excuses. Oh, he can't play a quarterback position. He can't read the deep. I'm like, what? When he was just fine when Jim Harbaugh was the coach. Are you kidding me? You guys are making these offenses built around the quarterback skill set. If that's what we're doing, then guess what? He's winning. Don't make him something that he's not. You know what I'm saying?
I wish you'd have been on earlier, because you know my thing is damn near polar opposite from yours, but I like your point of view, because for me, I just think he's been out of the league too long. I don't know if he could do it. I don't even know if he's serious about doing it, but I would love to see it happen. I would love, but I don't want to get like tantalized by them teasing you with him being able to be signed. That's some bullshit. Either give him a chance or don't.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Stop playing, because the Raiders will be the team that will give him the shot, I believe. So, and I think that's what's going to happen.
And then when you said that, as far as like, damn, comparing him really, if you really compare him to Stidham and who's the other dude?
Nick Mullen.
Yeah. There's really no comparison, man. He's well more accomplished than them. With that being said, you know what? The next thing I want to talk about, man, I want to talk about this Gabe Kapler shit, right? Giants manager, he's not coming out for the national anthem, you know, because of the shooting that happened in Texas. And, you know, okay, that's a honorable thing, right? But I want to see what is the reaction to him not coming out for the national anthem, as opposed to Kaepernick kneeling for the national anthem. You know, people got on Kaepernick like, you know, you disrespecting the flag. You know what I mean? That's what kind of was divisive within the country. You know, he said he was kneeling because he was protesting brutality for minorities by the police. You know what I mean? But Kapler, he's not coming out because of the shootings that happened in Texas. And his thing was like, I'm not coming out for the national anthem until something changes in this country. Now, okay, that's a noble thing. I don't give him credit for that. Like, Kaepernick already put out the blueprint for that. He did it. It's done. He did it first. But he took arrows for that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, people gave him a hard time, called him anti-American and all that.
Man, now we blackballed him from the league from it. Shit.
Yeah, they blackballed him from the league. Now we got America's pastime, the manager of the year in 2021, Kapler, him doing it. What do you guys think is going to happen with him? Is he going to be
what's going to happen?
He's going to be a hero?
I'll tell you what's going to happen, Gregory. Yeah, he's going to be the hero. He's going to be the savior. He ain't finna get blackballed. He ain't finna say he's not. They're not going to say he's not American. You know why? He's doing this different, Greg, because he's just not coming out. Now let him go and kneel and do something that but one of us has done. You know, Gregory, the whole thing is he's privileged. We're not. Kaepernick's not. Nothing's gonna happen. I'm sorry to say what's gonna happen is that it probably is gonna happen now. They might just really change some laws now. You know what I'm saying? They just might do it. I mean, I wouldn't doubt it because if they wouldn't do it for us, but they gonna do it for him. They won't do it for him. They're not doing it for us. We do it. We start and mess. We you know everything get riled up and fired up and. Yeah, how would you not be an American? You would not be. You could. I mean, how can you say that? Being American is freedom of choice, freedom of speech.
Well, that's the illusion that they give us.
Yeah, I know, but I want to see if they can put the smash down on him. That's what I'm waiting to see, and I guarantee you that they are not. It's a noble thing, like you said, but Greg, come on, really? Come on. It's going if it changed because of he doing this, then we're gonna say, well, dang, was that all Kaepernick to do was to stay in the tunnel?
Right.
Yeah.
Is that all he had to do is not come out? Is all he had to do is not come out? But he wouldn't have got his point across by not coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Right? Exactly. He needed to be seen.
Right. He needed to be active.
So
he needed to be about that action. He had to be about that action.
Got to be about that action, boss.
Yep, exactly. So that's what I feel about it.
All right, architect, bring in some of that young blood up in here.
I was reading an article and it said something about Tony La Russa already coming out and basically saying like, he respects what he's doing, but he doesn't think the anthem is necessarily the right place to to voice your like opinion or objections or whatever, something like that. And my thing is this, right? Not only do I think, I don't think anything's going to come about as far as like sanctions or suspensions or anything's going to happen to Gabe Kapler. My question would then be poised to all of the sports world. You mean to tell me that Gabe Kapler not coming out, not coming out during the national anthem, you're like, y'all completely cool with that? You know what I'm saying? If that's the case, then y'all really need to reconsider what y'all did. If y'all think it's un-American or whatever what Colin Kaepernick did. As far as kneeling, he was still out there, but he kneeled. You know what I'm saying? He explained it and everything. He explained exactly why he was doing it. Gabe Kapler did a similar thing. And y'all not giving him hell. It's not all blasted over CNN and all these major sports networks and all that, like making a big fuss out of it. Matter of fact, I read somewhere that some managers are actually backing him. You know what I'm saying? As far as him doing it.
Of course.
Well, let them do it then. But
right.
My
thing is this. You mean to tell me the skin tone, like he obviously, I already know the answer. These are all just rhetorical questions, but you mean to tell me just a simple change in skin tone makes it okay versus it's not? That's crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? For saying that, was it saying the anthem, land of the free, home of the brave? Colin Kaepernick was brave as hell. You know what I mean?
Right.
Tell me y'all shunning this man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all even tried to shun Nike when they backed him up and gave him his commercial and his own line and all that. Y'all tried to shun Nike. We all knew that wasn't going to happen.
No.
But, my thing is this, man. And I hate to say it like this, but the fact of the matter is give Gabe Kapler some of the same medicine you gave Colin Kaepernick, bro.
They ain't getting that kind of medicine.
I know he's not going to get it. But my thing is this. Don't sit there and say one thing is good, especially in baseball, like you said, America's pastime. This is America's sport, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me, like, in one of the oldest games in America, the oldest game in American history, y'all gonna be like, it's all good. And maybe it's because it's a manager and it's not a fucking bit. Maybe it's because it's not Tim Anderson or Mookie Betts. You know what I'm saying? I guarantee you, if it was one of them, they probably, oh shit, the baseball world is up in flames and no, they would have blew this shit out of proportion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
it's just crazy to me, man. I mean, to me, part of our mission, you know what I'm saying, as original men, you know what I'm saying, is like we might not all be able to get out on the front line and do different things, but we always got to keep pointing out the truth, man. Keep pointing out the facts,
And we got to support.
You can't deny what reality is, man. You know what I mean? And the reason why I want to make that one of the subjects for the show is just like they're doing the same thing, bro. One's protesting brutality versus his people. You know what I mean? The other one's protesting freaking mass murder. You know what I mean? It's two different kind of crimes or whatever, but it's same sort of ideal. You know what I mean? You're protesting evil in the world.
Right, and I get that, but I get that.
But one's black, one's white. One's gonna get ridiculed, the other one's gonna get lauded as a hero. You know what I mean? We got to point that out. You know what I mean?
Right, but like I said, my heart goes out to all of those victims, all those young kids that got lost their lives, and the teachers,
100%.
because that hurt my heart. Because I didn't care if it was a black, I didn't care if it was a white teacher, the black teacher, black kids, white kids. That does not matter. Those are children, that was going to be school and supposed to be in a safe learning environment where they're supposed to be safe, and they were not safe. And that hurt my heart. I mean, I got grown kids. I got one 15-year-old. That could happen in high school. That could happen to any of my my grandcousins go to school. I'm scared to death something like that to happen, And that really hurt. That really hurt my heart. I mean, I don't care what the nationality, what the kids were. I love all people and all kids, and kids are one of my really soft spots for something like that to happen. I was upset about that because I'm like, how could they? And then I was still feeling bad about the kid who did it because they knew the signs were there. He was killing animals, and he went. How you get to be 18? You can go and purchase a gun at 18 and knowing he was teased in school, and he had some little psychological, he had some things going on. See, this is why I talk about the mental health stuff where they sweep under the rug until somebody gets hurt. And it's unfortunate that these young kids got hurt, and it shouldn't have happened. I'm sorry, Greg. They need to lock the schools up like Joe Clark did. You remember Joe Clark? They was getting on Joe Clark for locking up all of the entrances and all that, you know what I'm saying? The exits and stuff. Remember the fire marshal? Oh, the fire marshal came here. I was damn about the fire marshal. You guys need to get it right. Get it right, because our kids and grandchildren are dying for nothing.
Well, this is the thing, bro. You know what I mean? When we look at America, everybody's like, oh, it's this great country and all that. But you know what I mean? Most people, including myself, probably would rather be here than a lot of other places. But the thing is, America is financially not even anymore. We're not like financially like the greatest country in the world. You know what I mean? There's other like China and different countries, Kuwait and all them. They're way more financially secure than we are. The thing is, like, but emotionally, this country is sick, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Like, the average citizen, we know there's answers to these questions, but overall, this country will not address these issues. You know what I mean? An 18-year-old should not be able to walk in nowhere and buy a damn gun. That's just common sense. You know what I'm saying? Just like, okay, we don't want to give up the guns because we don't want the government to be able to just do some totalitarian type of thing to where they put us all under some type of rule where they can just, go through everybody's household and take everybody and put them in a concentration camp. You know what I'm saying?
And did you watch that Steve Kerr press conference?
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah, I did. But let me end this real quick. But I'm just saying, like, an 18-year-old, like I said, should just not be able to go into freaking Walmart.
He shouldn't
give up the money and buy a goddamn gun. That's common sense, man. It's just what it is,
Man, look, there's this running joke that's been going on. I've heard a couple of my homies who are not from America, a couple of my homies who are born and raised here. There's this thing, America's a third world country with a Gucci belt wrapped around it. You know what I'm saying? We have all the bells and whistles. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, we sell the dream, the American dream, quote unquote, where you can come here and be whatever the hell you want. But really, we're deep rooted in a bunch of issues that we refuse to handle as a country. You know what I'm saying? And You know, I don't think that's ever gonna change, at least in my lifetime. And I hate to say it.
Nah,
You know what I'm saying?
it's not. It's
No,
not. You know what I mean? But that is what it is, y'all. You know what I
you know,
mean?
that's just the world we live in. Shit.
Right.
Kind of.
They need to get armed security guards to work at these schools. I'm sorry.
Nah,
Yeah.
kids fuck around and jump the security guards, man.
Well, I don't think. Well, no, but
Hey,
they need it though.
They need something, man.
hey,
They
jump
have
them
to
at your
try
own
something.
risk. Shit.
They have to try something.
At your own risk.
Yeah. Gotta try something. But with that being said, let's keep it pushing to the final subject of tonight, man. This one is very interesting. And I know everybody's heard of Castor Semenya, or is it Semenya Castor? It's Semenya Castor.
It's Castor Semenya.
It's Castor Semenya. So we've all heard of her over the years. Like, I remember years ago, bruh, I saw her run, and this was kind of when LGBTQ thing was just popping off, like around 2008, 2009, like popping off big. But I was thinking like, transgender male, flipped over and became a female, is running. And look, I ain't talking smack. I'm not trying to be funny, but I was looking at the race and I was thinking like, bruh, this is a brother with some French braids and flipped over to a woman. I'm not lying. It's what it is, and just for me watching. But that wasn't the case. Not a man as far as like doesn't have male genitalia, you know what I'm saying? Kind of though. Let me give y'all something on this, man. Have you guys ever heard of DSD?
No.
All right, that's called differences of sexual development. And with that, which is Castor Semenya, basically she was winning, setting records in 2008, 2009, setting a record in the 1500, I believe. She won in like the 400 meter, the 800 meter and 1500 meter. And like after she won her race in 2009, the IFC is like just giving her flowers and her medal and being like, cool. They're like, we need to see if you're a man or a woman. You know what I mean? Like the president of the IFC or IAAF was like, let's see if this is a man or a woman. And Castor was like, look, I'll show you my vagina. And they were like, oh, no, whatever. They didn't want to see that. But they did a scan of her body and found out basically she doesn't have a penis. She has a vagina, but she has testicles, but they're inside her where her ovaries should be. So like a little mixed thing, which made her generate more testosterone, which gave her more manly features and be able to compete at a higher level. Now, this is kind of confusing. You know what I'm saying? Like, technically, I guess you would say a woman, but you have to have ovaries to be able to have a child to be a woman.
Can't have that.
Can't give birth to a child. So, but you know what I mean? It's for me, the messed up thing is, they do all those damn experiments and all the bullshit. They do that in Africa. And with this DSD,
guinea pigs.
all the cases that I saw of DSD were in Africa, because there's another runner, a Ugandan runner. What is her name? Hold on for a sec, fellas. Let me look through this because I wrote it down. Nagasa. You know what I mean? She had the same thing as Castor, and but they actually operated on this Ugandan runner. She was about to be big, but before she was going to be big, they were like, we want to operate on you and take your testicles out of you. Even though they hadn't dropped, they were inside. Same thing where the ovaries should be. They're inside. They operated on her, took them out, and she was never the same runner again. Could never compete. You know what I mean? Never became great like they thought she was going to be, or he. I mean, but I don't know. Do you call someone? I wish. Damn, I wish Raider Lady 19 was here. Because like, do you call someone a woman if they have testicles, even though the testicles haven't dropped, they're inside the body? This is very confusing, man. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. I'm rambling. It's fascinating. You know what I'm saying?
So that means that person can have sex right regularly, the way the woman and the man would. Oh, okay.
Yeah, but the thing is, even with that, they're generally lesbian. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Castor has a wife. You know what I mean? And I don't know, man.
Okay, so you can't even. Yeah, boy. You can't even. Okay.
You want more of a younger perspective on it, man?
Yeah, architect.
Crazy, man. That's crazy.
So
architect,
I'm gonna say
jump
like
the time. Let me hear something, man.
So I knew nothing about Caster Semenya until you brought it up earlier in the week. You know what I'm saying? I looked into it and, saw a bunch of articles, scoured through YouTube and the internet, stuff like that. And basically coming up, they tried to, obviously she was born and they assigned at birth, she was assigned as a woman. And that's what she identified as, her whole life. Or, you know what I'm saying? And then I think later on, they tried to classify her as like a hermaphrodite who was born with the X and the Y chromosome, or however they put it, and then has both organs as well, as one as a man as a woman, as far as her having the testes inside of her where the ovaries should be. But I think wholeheartedly, man, stuff like this, like you said, I think it has to do, especially in Africa, and they've been doing it for years, man. They've been testing on human trials, you know what I'm saying, on these African women. And it goes back into history, you know what I'm saying? It goes back to slave days. Before that, you know what I'm saying, where they were doing these tests on Black women just to see, how far you can push science. Now, when it comes to Castor and her even coming out saying, look, I'll show you my vagina. Like, she doesn't even care. She just wants to run and, do her thing. I even saw this whole thing because they tried to compare her to Leah Thomas, that transgender swimmer.
Yes, that's totally different.
And I was like, that's not even the same thing. Not at all. Like, Leah Thomas was a man. He swam with men. You know what I'm saying? He was ranked as a man. Now, it wasn't good, but you know what I'm saying? And then he transitioned to become the number one female swimmer. Castor has been a woman her entire life. The only difference is she produces more testosterone. Now, it's not saying that this never happens. This is like a once-in-a-lifetime phenomenon type of thing. This is a case that has happened before. There are women who are born with both chromosomes, or men who are born with both chromosomes, and they have to deal with that accordingly. Now, when it comes to athletics, obviously they're going to say one has a physical advantage versus the other, especially when it comes to women's sports. If you're producing more testosterone, you're going to have that better advantage.
Let me point out this. During me looking at this, all the cases were fucking in Africa, man.
Of course, exactly.
I didn't see no cases in the U.S. I didn't see none in Europe. It was freaking Africans. So I'm like, something that they're doing with them people out there, man. Like, not them people, our people out there. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, and it's sad, honestly.
Out there,
it's sad, honestly. But the thing is just like, at this point, what I even saw, there's this. I watched this one. And this is I forgot which race it was and what year, but basically they interviewed this white girl after she lost to Castor, and basically she was like crying and bawling out like, we knew we didn't stand a chance, without saying she was cheating. basically saying that she was cheated. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, we didn't have a chance. Like, we know what it is, but we just try to run our best race. She's crying and getting really emotional. And I'm scrolling through the comments and I'm just like, and they're like, why are you crying when you know, like, this is a woman? Like, some of the comments were saying that, and some of the other comments were like, I feel so bad for her and da 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 da. And my conclusion from it all was this, man. One, if she was willing to show you her female reproductive organ, she was willing to strip down and show you everything like that. I don't think, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think a lot of people would be willing to do that just to prove, you know what I'm saying? What they are, or who they are, whatever they identify as. Like, at this point, man, obviously we see the big LGBTQ plus community and all that. And we see, they tried to through the whole thing with Leah Thomas. But again, that's not the same thing. This is a woman who was born with both, not one who had one and transitioned to another. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, this is a woman who just so happened to have a genetic advantage. This isn't because she was taking drugs or she was no. They even tried to have her take these testosterone lowering medication, which is basically killing her. She came out and basically said it was killing her.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? In order for her just to run again.
Giving her heart attacks and shit down there.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all want her to do this just so the other women can feel, you know what I'm saying? Like, granted. And then they tried to say, oh, we should have this whole intersex games and they should have their own Olympics. Like, for what? You know what I'm saying? It's not her fault. This is how she was born. It's genetic. Like, it's a genetic, it doesn't happen often, but it happens once every blue moon, especially if you're testing on these people in these foreign countries.
Yeah. I don't know. We've been going in on it. Young architect, you know what I'm saying? Right,
yeah, man. I don't know.
What do you think about the situation, man?
And that's crazy. I don't think if that's how she was born, I don't think that they should try to do what they're trying to do to her. I just think it wasn't her fault. So why did you want to penalize her for beating everybody because it's not her fault? About how she chose. She had both parts. She chose what she chose, and I don't see nothing wrong with it. I don't. I just think they need to leave it alone.
That's the thing. She don't necessarily have both parts. She don't have a penis.
Right. That's what I'm saying. She don't have it. That's what I'm saying. If she don't have it, then what is y'all tripping off of?
But she has.
Huh? She got some of it. She got a little bit of the juice. She got the jewels, but she ain't got the Jimmy. So my thing is, leave her alone and stop trying to make. And then what y'all want to try to make a different Olympics? Get the hell out of here. Leave it alone. If y'all can't win and compete, don't start crying about it. Let it go. That's just the way it is. Like Tupac said, but that's the way it is. That's how she was born. Then that's the way it is. Right? She didn't go and get this done. She didn't try to, you know what I'm saying? How some people do sex change and, stuff like that.
Exactly. That's true.
She didn't do that.
Very true.
So she didn't go and get a sex change. What are y'all tripping off of? Train harder. You know what I'm saying? That's all I can say. I don't know a whole lot about it, but y'all, I'm listening to y'all. So, that's how I feel about it. That's my take on it.
Yeah, the thing about it is just tough, man, because I never knew. I've seen her run. I saw when she first was 18 and she ran and she smoked the girls. And I was just thinking oh, they finally let a dude transition to a woman and compete with the women. No, and that's not no shade. That's not me being an asshole. None of that. That's what I thought by looking at her. You know what I mean? Because she got the broad shoulders, like men, and she looked like a man, but had little feminine qualities also. So that's what I thought. But further investigations, oh, no penis, you know what I mean? No, she's like, no, I am a woman, or whatever. But then the confusion part for me comes in, man. I never knew that someone can have testicles and where their ovaries should be. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe that's me being ignorant. I mean, I have no clue. And the fact that she has no ovaries, and I was trying to look and read and be like, does she have menstruation, all that? I don't think so. So, it's it's tricky. This is not the last that we heard of this. That's why, like, I urge anybody who's listening, and I urge you to also look at the Bryant Gumbel interview that he did with her recently on his special. That what's it called? That HBO
Sports with Brian Gumbel.
Yeah,
Real Sports Works. Yeah.
Real Sports. I encourage anybody to watch that because Caster Semenya's on there and she's breaking it down. You know what I'm saying? And they're really asking the questions that people want to know. And even at the end of that, I still was confused. But it is.
Confused. So
it is. You know what I mean? But yeah, I like this. This is a nice little lively show. You know what I mean? Because Mike driving home from doing his umpire little hoop tournament, and like I said, architect, brother, you know what I mean? Steady hand, keeping it together. I love that. So with that said, let everybody sign off for the show, man.
Raider Mike, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next week.
Yes, sir. It's your boy, the Young Architect, man. And stay holding it down for the clan. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I'll be sure to see y'all next week.
All right, yes, indeed. And I want to spend a shout out to Raider Lady 19. Couldn't be with us tonight. She'll be back next week. And I want to thank, Raider Mike, Architect, cats for holding it down, man. Love you boys, man. And for me, remember, like, share, subscribe, everyone. And appreciate the viewership. And join us again next